The adventure is nigh, plushies are here!
Hey pals, wanna see my new knives?
Look out, adventurers! It's the evil wizard, Mole Cutpurse!
Not so naked and defenseless now, bitches! Take this!
He's tough, but we can beat him with the power of friendship. And violence!
Each comes with their own weapon with action magnets in their weapon in hand for action holding power!
Mull this over.
Oh, Victor, my trusty henchman. I need help. Wait, I don't have a henchman.
But you do have a shit perception score. Crikey.
Adventurers Nigh plushies with action magnetic weapons, each sold separately or as a bundle from Second Wind. No assembly required, batteries are pointless, must be 21 or older to purchase a drink from Buka. Adventurers Nigh plushies do not move on their own. If they do, call a priest. Ask your parents' permission before nothing. For a grown-ass adult, you can make their own decisions. The Adventurers Night Club is not responsible for any injuries sustained while adventuring.
Welcome back to Yahtzee Tries, and this fortnight we're starting off checking in on a couple of old friends, starting with Subnautica 2. Insert hand. I'm not sure I like where this is going. I don't know who you are, but I hate you. Oh my god, there's a fucking logo floating in the sky! Now, I'm jolly interested in Subnautica 2 because I was a big fan of the original. I'm holding off on a full-on review until after early access ends and the final version is out, but that doesn't mean I can't have a quick looky-loo on Yahtzee Tries, mainly to investigate my main concern about Subnautica 2, that since it's adding co-op multiplayer, it's going to focus on that as the big new feature and unique selling point, and that there'll be bugger all new for the people who strictly prefer playing solo, who will merely be getting a game that's a lot like Subnautica 1. I'm dying under 60 atmospheres of pressure. I know that I need oxygen to breathe. I'm up that far gone. Oxygen. Dumb twat.
Lucifer Rotsax. That sounds like an Adventurers Night character.
Yeah. Hi, Lucifer Rotsax. That's Mr. Rotsax to you. So I tried out Subnautica 2 and found a game that plays a lot like Subnautica 1, except you can choose what colour your pyjamas are for the benefit of absolutely bloody no one. Oh well.
You just crush those with your bare hands too, which is terrifying.
That's why I was chosen to go into space.
King of the hand jobs.
Oh, I can't enter the pod from underneath anymore. 0 out of 10. Ruined forever.
Give us a little butt entrance. Let us get in the butt.
I do enjoy the experience of Subnautica, of exploring the beauty of the sublime in a vast, colourful alien ocean and slowly bending the world around you to your will. So just that, but with everything moved around and the names changed, would at least give me the excuse to play more of it. I feel like if you were in a wetsuit, all the piss would stay inside the wetsuit, because that's what wetsuits do.
Oh no, then I'm just living in like my own little piss bubble.
It'll just be like it's just like an inflated sphere of piss around your crotch. And it's not like there's nothing new. There's new wildlife. There was a very impressive giant crab scuttling about at one point. There's a mechanic where we improve our biology by adding traits from local fauna to our DNA. So maybe there'll be an everything is crab style upgrade track where we can install lobster claws in our arms to more efficiently break quartz deposits. I think if you activate Thalassophobia mode in Subnautica, it just uninstalls the whole game for you.
Yeah.
Boy, Jay didn't want to do the stream today. He said it was because he was busy, but I suspect it's because his thalassophobic arse was too cowardly. But I can't help thinking about something I frequently stated, that it has never ended well when a franchise established to be single-player creates a multiplayer-focused sequel. It gives me a sense of betrayal, of I thought you were one of us antisocial freaks, like when someone in the anime club tries out for the cheerleading squad.
The CEO of the publisher of this game asking ChatGPT, how can I fire the developers of this game so that we don't have to pay them $250 million when they hit a sales quota. And everyone else at the company being like, you probably shouldn't be doing this, and him still doing it.
Yeah. And of course ChatGPT replied, maybe you shouldn't do that, you evil, evil man. Fuck, I'm an AI and I knew that. So let's move on to our next game, Thick as Thieves, the new stealth extraction game by Warren Spector, or at least a 4-hour proof of concept version of it. Different keys open different doors, you say? What an interesting concept. It feels like that's a bit of a security oversight. press button on the back of it to turn it off. One might reasonably group Thick as Thieves with our previously discussed game under the heading of multiplayer-focused versions of a single-player thing that I, for one, certainly didn't bloody ask for, because Thick as Thieves plays a hell of a lot like the original Thief games, maybe with a smidge more Dishonored in there as well. Keeping to the shadows, sneaking up behind dudes, pinching everything glittery you find, all set in a sort of electropunk fantasy old-timey London.
I always like picturing what characters in games like this look like when they're just kind of crouching and like skittering across the floor.
I'm a little turtle boy. Ignore me. Well, can't I lift the bodies and take them somewhere less suspicious?
No, that's a AAA mechanic. You can't do that. This is indie. You got a cranker as well? I got a cranker.
Just gonna test my theory. But it's also very clearly designed to be an extraction multiplayer game, with respawns after death and time limits and a very conspicuous space next to you on the start screen where another player could go. And the last thing that would have improved what I played on stream was having other players around. If it was co-op, they'd just get in the way. And if it was competitive, they'd kill all the methodical, sneaky atmosphere trying to race each other to the loot. Hey!
He's cranking us.
Aren't you the neighbour from that game?
He looks like Hello Neighbor.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta close your windows at night or else a little burglar is gonna come in.
Thieves with magic doors, that's just cheating.
Yahtzee's mic arm with the blue blanket behind him looks like there's a big anime scythe in the middle of his screen. Now that I see that, it does kind of look like a big anime scythe.
It played perfectly well as a Thief-style single-player stealth game with a slightly obnoxious time limit, with the proviso that it hasn't got an ounce of the personality of Thief. The guards are all the same, the rooms are all the same, and the main character just drops nothing but the most obvious cat burglar quips imaginable. So on the whole... Wait a minute, what's that? Is that a grappling gun that can latch onto anything and not just contextual hook points? Never mind, I'm sold. Wishlist, wishlist. Fantasy London or something.
Oi, pip pip.
Hello. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. Hey, you're a ghost. That's,
Super ghosts and guards.
Glomp. Surprise cuddles. Shout if you have not been stolen. And for our last two games, the rather obvious theme of games where you play an orange cat emerged, starting with Bubsy 4D, the long-awaited or possibly dreaded sequel to Bubsy 3D, one of the most notoriously awful 3D platformers from the era of transition from 2D to 3D graphics, when no one yet knew how to get 3D platformers to work. Move with the analog stick, you say? And move the camera with the right analog stick, you say? Man, you've really got the hang of this 3D platforming lark. The bobcat is a wild cat. They don't poo in litter boxes. They poo in the wild.
Well, they have wild litter boxes. All of the wild people leave them out.
No, that's just dirt.
For the animals.
Wild litter... Don't complicate the concept of dirt by saying it's a wild litter box. I'd heard from some correspondents that Bubsy 4D is actually good. Having played it, I think a lot of them meant to append a comma and the word considering. Are we done? Have you finished teaching me things? I've forgotten half of it already. A yarn ball's because we're a cat. Again, not something a wild cat should be interested in.
Yeah, but I think it's better than just like having squirrel heads.
What we have here is a slightly janky version of something like a Super Mario 3D World or possibly one of those 3D Yoshi games with a few too many mechanics in play that make movement in midair feel a bit out of control. This is the tutorial again. We just did the tutorial. This isn't really a challenge. I'm just literally walking diagonally so that I don't fall off the Swiss roll. There's something I didn't get.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, I didn't get one of them. I'd call the game at least playable, and definitely is an improvement on Bubsy 3D, but then so would be a damp chamois leather to the face. The tragedy is that the gameplay's gone from being legendarily awful to simply functional, and therefore much less interesting to talk about. Scenic Pooper. Fuck. Ah, shit.
It depends heavily on whether you're buying it raw, unwashed fleece from a farm, or processed, ready for knitting yarn.
Obviously, we're not buying raw, unwashed fleece.
Have you been over there?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. Also, Bubsy, you're not funny, shut your face. I get that the game is self-riffing a bit on the old Malvi mascot platformer era from which the IP spawned, see also the Gex games, but a game that extracts humour from criticising its own mechanics and plot holes inevitably invites the question, why didn't you fix it then? And besides, I think your self-criticism missed a few points, allow me to write some additional dialogue. Meow! Why do I have to press the button to come out of ball form before I can glide or pounce when the glide and pounce buttons don't do anything in ball form? Hiss! Why when finishing a level do I have to go all the way through the hub area and map interface to go on to the next level? Gee, I wish my dialogue had better understanding of the nuances of comic timing, and that dodgy animation didn't keep ruining it. Fust. So let's not dwell and move on to our final, also orange cat-related game, Schrodinger's Cat Burglar. That could be a chonky cat.
It could be thick tabby with a bow.
Yeah, I'm much happier as a chonky cat. Look at my little chonky cat bum. This one's a puzzle game where you control a cat breaking into a laboratory. Immediately there's an odd clash on display here, because it controls a lot like Stray, with realistic cat movements and meows, right down to the contextual jump on things knocking everything over button, but then the cat keeps doing human things like steal money, hack computers, and talk to their earpiece support technician, who happens to be a hedgehog. Not really a criticism, just gives things an odd vibe. I'm 2 cats. Actually, I'm 1 cat. 2 cats, 1 cat. Can I buy one now? I want to
nice.
be Tabby. I want to be Tabby. Tabby, Tabby, Tabby.
Yahtzee has got his priorities real straight. Straight as an arrow.
Tabby, Tabby. Heisenberg fields. You can't pass if you'll split, or if you deal meth. The gimmick around which this particular gimmick puzzler revolves is that the cat acquires the ability to split into 2 cats, and as if by magic, the game turns into Brothers A Tale of Two Sons, with the controlling 2 characters with different analog sticks thing. Except you can merge back into 1 cat whenever you want, which in Brothers might have led to some harrowing body horror. It's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy.
Yeah.
You're fine until you suddenly have to do it under time pressure.
Does Alf eat cats? What?
Yes, that's what Alf does. That was the joke.
I've never seen Alf. Is this a joke or is this actually
No.
the plot of Alf?
No, it was a running gag in Alf that Alf ate cats. He was an alien life form, and therefore ate cats. I don't know how to make it simpler. You use your ability to complete puzzles in the classic weigh down the buttons in the right order mold from the likes of Portal and Talos Principle. An interesting enough premise, and yeah, why don't more games do the brothers 2 characters on different analog sticks thing? Probably because it's very disorienting as it happens, even more so when you're trying to get your head around a puzzle at the same time.
And Alf likes cats.
We've moved on from Alf.
I can't move on. There's a cat there, Ludo. A cat, kitty.
Kill. Oh, I love when they stand on the hind legs. I'm not even gonna speed up the hacking animation just so I can see it for longer. Schrodinger's CB might ramp the difficulty up a bit too fast. I was kind of breezing through and then stopped dead at that one puzzle at the end of the stream there. But then I probably wasn't in the best mood for puzzling. I was tired after a long day, and I was streaming as well. I have quantum problems too. Whenever I'm being observed, I exist in a super state between myself and another version of myself who's really shit at games.
Ah! And thanks to Google, there's no more anyone making a livelihood on websites writing things because AI will just skim it all and give you the answer at the top without having to click anything. That's why if you like your independent creators and media outlets, you should support them.
Yeah, because that's how British people talk. They just put bloody in every sentence. Well, I do that, but I'm old-fashioned.
They're my favourite heroes.
Donald and Michael.
Yep.
Your favorite Greek legendary heroes. Donald and Michael, and who else? Steve.
Keith.
Now, that's actually a Viking name. There probably were Viking heroes called Keith.
It was a crossover.
Is your house a pulp or no pulp orange juice house?
Given the choice, I would prefer a no pulp orange juice.
I'm kind of the same way. I don't need solids in my liquids. And someone an anonymous gifter gave a sub to Temood. Thank you, anonymous gifter.
The DLC for Fallout 3 is not for me, it's sad to say.
I wasn't expecting that. Was that a rap? That might have legally been a rap.